is a waterfall of windmills and rockets and empty baskets. In my heart is a waterfall, bleeding pine trees and lit up windows and poison arrows. In my heart is a waterfall of silver linings and dirty laundry and bedtime pain. In my
Hello, how are you? Hopefully you've had a good Friday. If not, I don't know, maybe you need to change the people you hang out with. Um, so, I have been thinking about the video you sent me like all afternoon. So Melanie sent me this video about, science finally realizing that what you see sees you. And immediately the very first thing I thought of was they're finally catching up to the witches, because we all know what you see sees you. And I feel like they're catching up to small children, because like hide and go seek, that's a key lesson. If you can see them, they can definitely see you. Yeah, but like, I don't know. And it kind of goes along with things that I've been thinking heavily in my classes. A lot of times I'm like, they need to spend more time in pagan spaces. Like they need to, because we're always in my classes talking about archetypes and complexes and blah blah blah, and pagans are working with these archetypes. Like they're using Inanna's journey, and like actually working with the archetype and working with that story. And like in academia, that's not a thing so much. And I don't know, they're really dismissive about pagans and pagan spaces and indigenous people and other ways of knowing outside of scientific type deals. And yeah, it's an interesting thing. And I really think science and academia have done themselves a disservice in dismissing other ways of knowing, like a huge disservice. And I've been listening to the Tao of Physics, and a lot of that makes me think the same thing. And they mention these things. They're like, the scientists are having to come to grips, come to terms with the fact that that their science is saying the same things that these Eastern philosophies said, that like not everything can be seen, and that it's not all hard and fast rules, and it can't be. So sorry, I saw Melanie there, and like that was where my brain went. It went right back to that message, and I'd like to focus on writing, reading without worrying about chores. Yes. Agreed. Hello. Hi, Jess. How you doing? Lurking around. Yes. Love that. Lurk. I also promised to behave tonight. Okay. Watching my J's and new words. I love it. Hi, Charlie. Let's see, the majority of my close work pals' beliefs align with paganism. I'm so lucky to have a safe space there. Yeah. Oh, and I had the best experience in the fresh market today. I'll be lurking around too, but watching chat. Yeah, no worries. Um, I was in fresh market, and myself and another girl, we were, a few feet away, but both like at the produce section and kind of, drifting towards each other as we looked at the stuff. Um, and we saw each other at the same time. And I don't remember what her shirt said, but I remember thinking, that's a really great shirt. And before I could get that out, because I had to read the shirt, she was just like, I love your outfit. And so I came back with, I love your shirt. That's awesome. But she said that my outfit just looked so put together. And I was like, girl, it is so comfortable. Like, I highly recommend dressing all in black because, you just throw on what feels good for that day. And so yeah, it was just a really nice experience. Um, and we both left smiling, so I like that. My work bestie had a shirt on the other day with the phrase "Godless Heathen." So fabulous. Yes, that reminds me, my shirts are on the way. I am so excited. I cannot wait to wear the one about serving men, you know, because it's got a man's head on a plate, and that just makes me so happy. Also, I got the affirmator cards, and while I am not going to show any of them today, tomorrow, the one that Jenna was talking about, I will show that in the members only. Because she was right. It's mildly inappropriate. It's definitely not YouTube friendly. So members only day. We'll see it then. It really was. It really was. Damon is good. He's snoring over here and just having himself a good old time. She's seen it. I'm actually obsessed with complimenting people, seeing someone's face light up. Yeah, yeah. And like complimenting somebody's outfit, whether it's, the shirt or the whole outfit or whatever it is, like that's something fully under their control. They chose to wear this and go out, and like it gives them and the complimenter such a high, and I love it. I love it. We both walked away feeling so good. Oh. Same here, Charlie. It's an exchange of positive energy. Yes. And it's really only the kind of exchange you can get with either a gay man, a they, or a she. Or, like, those are kind of the options. And trans people as well. I didn't specifically name them. I felt like they were included, but I do want to specifically name trans people as well, because they are very much included in those. So, yeah. Sorry, I didn't specifically name that to begin with. But yeah, gays, theys, women, trans. Those are the only, because like it's really really rare to get that kind of positive energy exchange with a cis het man, and like I don't think I've ever had that kind of exchange with a cis het man. Maybe that's just me, but here we are. So yeah, it it's been really a fairly good day, for all that I did go out and people on a Friday. Um, the stray cats Grandpa feeds and his neighbor has been feeding for him had kittens, and you found them today. Oh, I love it. Ah, I I hope all of them will be okay, and well fed, good little farm cats, good little barn cats. I think is the proper term. They're hanging out under the hood of the truck. Oh, I love it. I love it. All right, so we need to go ahead and get into our first spin of the evening. All the magic, and I'll see you on the other side. love it when it just decides not to play the sound on my end. How did you do? How did you do? Let's see. Okay, there we are. I'm glad your dad checks before he starts it. Thursdays and Sundays. Those are the days I am not sprinting. Let's see, that's actually how he found them today. He opened the hood to look and check the battery or something and was like, well, that's fun. Those weren't there last week. Oh, that's cute. I mean, I don't I don't have any expectations. But I am building two careers, so that's why I'm kind of always here doing stuffs. Yeah, absolutely, and I appreciate the reminder. The burnout risk is really more of a risk with the husband than the work, but I will absolutely keep my health in mind, both mental and physical. And I appreciate the reminder. Let's see. I have reached my daily quota plus, so I'm going to read for a while. Excellent. Just got my smalls to bed. Aw. Here, working away quietly, screaming at the screen, tweaking the formatting. Be careful, you're going to summon something. I mean, if you're working in Word. Rereading, but fixing little things as I go. Crawling my way through editing this scene. Thought I would be done with this like 2 days ago. Oh, had to pause to write out a new plot idea. Got the laundry folded, put away, and tidied up the living room. So proud of myself for putting the laundry away the same day it got washed. Wow, that is excellent. I have laundry in a basket currently that has been there. It's probably a week. Next sprint, I'll focus on the kitchen. Love it. Angela, twice in one day. Love it. I got some writing done. I've had videos playing, but I also got some writing done, so I'm pleased with that. Tomorrow I'm going to spend most of the day reading. I have like 155 pages to read for my psychedelics class. So yeah, Brecky, yes, although we missed the chance in my sprint. By the way, we missed you Tuesday, Melanie. Hope you can attend tomorrow night for members. Yes, Jess is planning the fuckery. The forkery. Yes. The forkery. And I'm planning on showing off cards that can't be shown off in public lives. So, woo. Ooh. I was the official milkshake deliverer for my teen who got dumped today. Oh, poor baby. I'm glad you could take them a milkshake and hugs, I hope. Oh, I missed you guys too. I was exhausted from work and passed out by 7:30 and slept all night. I actually mentioned that might be what it was, that you were just really tired and sleeping. I didn't even cause you to slip up that time. Yeah, nobody needs to. Oh, what a bummer, Brecky. Brecky. What a bummer, Brecky. I hope they're doing okay. Yes, all of that. I got my husband a milkshake today. I, however, refrained and I had a salad. I'm very proud of myself. And actually, I'm about to eat again during this next sprint, so I'm going to be camera off. But my nutritionist, dietitian, whatever she is, she said, you need to eat like roughly every 4 hours while you're awake. And I was like, oh shit. So, yeah. It is not always the easiest thing, but I am managing it, so I'm happy with it. Mostly I have reminders. I have reminders. Uh, so that helps. Y'all know me well. If I'm not here, I'm sleeping or just antisocial that day, right? Oh my gosh, what kind of cookies? What kind of cookies? I have sugar-free cookies. They're Voortmans. I think that's a Dutch name, but it's Voortman apostrophe S. Um, but so what kind of cookies is your friend making? Um, I figured that might have been it. After the first sprint, I was like, wait, where's Melanie? She's not here poking me, trying to get me to cause chaos. I know he's sweet, but teen life is hard, so milkshakes. Yes, exactly. Oh, I got you for sure tomorrow. Yes. Snack time. I'm getting a lime pop. Excellent. I have graham crackers and probiotic strawberries. Costco is selling these in big bags, and I love them. So yeah. Oh, chocolate chip. They brown the butter and use dark brown sugar, so they're extra rich and fantastic. That does sound so good. Oh, oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, brown butter, yum. They are, and they're really tasty. So, yeah. How's he doing, Mama Brecky? If you already answered, I apologize. People are talking to me. The audacity. All right, here we go. Sprint number 2, all the magic, and I'll see you on the other side. How did you do? How did you do? I am deleting old stuff off of my computer. It doesn't belong there. I came to this spot looking for other things and found a whole bunch of stuff that like previous apps have just, left hanging out in my computer, and I'm not a fan of that. So how did you do? Let's see. Hello, Lori. I'm off tonight, which is unusual, and found out you were sprinting. Thanks, Angela. Glad you could join us, Lori. We are about to go into the third sprint. Got the kitchen cleaned up and made myself a snack. Gonna chillax with YouTube the next sprint. Love it. Finishing up number 2. Correct. Did nothing. Side quest. Exactly. Yes. Very heavily side quest because, why does Evernote still have stuff on my computer? I beg your pardon? No. Thanks. Pass. So I've been getting rid of that. Eating my very limey pop and rereading old chapters and editing them. But on the way, I'm getting to the section that has a bunch of holes I need to start writing. Nice. Still on the same scene. It's become a monstrous length. Oh, I love that. I like the really long scenes. I mean, I'm sure it's not everybody's favorite thing, but I like them. And I mean that as a reader. I just enjoy reading them, because they're usually, and this is not the case if it was something Robert Jordan wrote. They're usually like a scene where it's something really, really engrossing going on, and I love that. Holy shnikes, I haven't thought about Evernote in years. Yeah, and it's been a hot minute for me too, but here I am still having some of their stuff on my computer, and I'm not a fan. Eating my snack early and listening to a romance summit sessions. Excellent. Love that. So, that being the case, I'm busy getting rid of all the little bits and pieces that different apps want to leave. Like I found a bunch of stuff that Surfshark decided to leave on my computer. And that's all gone. Because what do you mean you left stuff on my computer? Absolutely not. And I'm not messing with anything that is literally from Apple because, I want my shit to keep working. But, things that are obviously from apps that I have gotten rid of, oh no, they are gone. Is that another thing from Surfshark? It is? Gone with you. The audacity. By the way, I'm with you on having to eat something every few hours. It helps me stay refueled through the day and alleviates the risk of me getting hangry. Yes. And in my case, my nutritionist mentioned it to me, hey, you need to be eating this often. And the thing is, with Ehlers-Danlos, a lot of times you just miss or don't notice the signals your body sends, so I don't notice that I'm hungry if I haven't been eating on a regular basis, so these days, now that it's been a week or two, of me eating on a regular basis, like as it gets that time and I'm already on my way in there because my alarm went off, I'm kind of Pavloving myself, you know, and I'm training myself to, you know, okay, this is the time that we eat, and it's like every 4 hours, and you know, it's kind of working, but it is really difficult for me to notice the hunger signals, um, and being able to have, you know, this, you know, Pavlov myself is helping. And you know what? The most ridiculous of things, if you're not eating the way your body needs you to eat, your body hoards everything because it's like, obviously we're starving. I'm not starving. I've never, well, I've come close to it sometimes, but I'm not starving now. That's not an issue. I also feel like it can help with overconsumption of big meals. Yes. Ooh. I I found this fantastic recipe, a super quick recipe for egg drop soup. If anybody um, loves egg drop soup the way I do, I made this last night, and the only thing that I screwed up with it was that I poured the egg in a little bit too fast. So, you know, that part, it was on me. But everything was super easy. Pour the egg in slower than you think you should. Uh, but this is the video. And like, it was so easy to make. Ah, so yeah, definitely check it out if you like egg drop soup. Um, I have to start to eat more regularly, but I don't get hungry. That's why I set reminders on my phone because I forget, you know, and I don't feel those hunger signals. So you have a wonderful night, Cat Paw, and you know, may you wake rested, refreshed, and ready to kick the crap out of your day. But I set reminders for myself every 4 hours. So oddly enough, I tend to get the hunger signals from my head before my stomach. Yeah, been there, been there. But this is the link. He's fantastic. It's a short video, and I must have played it, you know, 15, 20 times um, while I was making the soup. But it is so good, so good. And like I said, just pour the egg slower. Pour the egg slow. Everyone exactly same here. Yeah. Cat Paw, have a great weekend. I just watched it yes, and it is so tasty. So tasty. Um, so yeah. Uh, that was what I had last night when after I went back in. Um, and you know, it's pretty healthy for you too. So there's that. All right. Let's go into sprint number 3, all the magic, and I'll see you on the other side. how did you do? How did you do? I got all the writing I'm feeling like doing done tonight. And I haven't decided what I'm going to do in the next sprint. I may just catch up on my planner stuff. I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get there. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so yeah, that's where I was. It does. It's so good, so good. And then I wonder why I have no energy. I need to eat to fuel my body, but never know what to eat. First meal is, you know, I I'm working with a nutritionist to help me figure shit out. Right now I'm just kind of free balling it as far as what I eat. Although she did give me this handy dandy chart to help me figure out what has a good amount of fiber in it, and that is really useful. And another one that gives me an idea of, what I need to have on my plate, and that was also really useful. So I personally am working with a Latin nutritionist because I just prefer them, and I'm not really, I'm not trying to lose weight so much as I am trying to get healthier, and not be worried about my vitamin D and my cholesterol, because those are the only two, minor issues. And my cholesterol isn't that high, but it was a little bit elevated, and my vitamin D was a lot low, because apparently the more melanin you have in your skin, the more sun time you need. And I have a fair amount. So I know it doesn't show on the YouTube and Twitch, but when your girl did the color picker thing, it came back with smooth brown. So yeah, there's that. And I need to find ways to help my body process that better, and learn how to eat for me in this phase of my life. I'm going to do something radical and sign off early. Yes. I think I'll go outside for a walk and some fresh air. I love that. Do the thing. Does anyone else have a cut scenes or cute scenes? Is it cut scenes or cute scenes? Document so that you can keep the bits you have to slice and dice just in case you were wrong. I think a lot of people do. I had to chop 3,000 words that I love, and I'm afraid to truly trash them. Yeah, don't trash that stuff. Just put it off to the side, and maybe you can use it later in, like, a side quest, or a cookie, like a bonus scene that you can, give to people for signing up for your email. Okay, I'm headed out for the night, still not done with the scene, but alas, my bed is calling. I fully understand, and I hope you have the best night. I'm also heading out. See y'all tomorrow for members only. And I hope you have the best night as well, Melanie. I fell down the Pinterest rabbit hole. Dude, I feel that so much. I did nothing that sprint. Still did nothing. Awesome. Hi, I'm here after a really frustrating day. I drove 6 hours, 3 to Ottawa, 3 back home, for a literal 50. Oh. Oh, I'd be mad too. It took you longer to fill out the form. Both. both. And I would not be a good person at that point. I'd be like, well, clean them now. Right now. Um, Congrats on the 200 words because, whoo-wee. I got about 350 words, but I cut about 3,000. You're doing awesome. No, you're not. You're doing good. You're doing good. It's progress. Exactly. I have super low vitamin D, but I am pasty pale. Yeah. Um, I actually go outside and stand, or not necessarily stand around, but I'm in the sun multiple times daily, and I've just been getting browner and browner and browner as the sun comes out. But it is doing fuck all for my vitamin D. But from what I understand, vitamin D and cholesterol are related in some way. So, yeah. Cut. Sorry, I said. Okay, good. It was cut. I kind of thought it was, but it could have been cute. Like, it could have been. So, oh no, Linda, right? Exactly. Super mad on Linda's behalf. He has to go in for general anesthetic for the cleaning. Ah, that is lame. He couldn't do anything else, though? Like, Jeebus. I went to a new doctor who told me if I was more than 10 minutes late, they'll probably make me reschedule while I waited 50. Oh my God. See, I'm so glad that I'm seeing my people online. Like, I have my menopause doctor. I'll have another appointment with her, not this week, but next. And we do it online. She's amazing. She listens to me. She's never late. And just fantastic. And my nutritionist also online, and just really fantastic and supportive and encouraging, and yeah, people need to do better. Doctors need to do better. Momjula is so encouraging. I've always got my people's backs. Thanks, Angela. I like, for me, getting hormone replacement therapy was absolutely game changing. Absolutely game changing. So yeah, highly recommend. If you don't have, what is it? Polyendocrine metabolic disorder? I don't know. Formerly PCOS. I can't remember the new name yet. You can't really have, or like certain cancers, you can't really have HRT is my understanding. I could be wrong. No, it's not ovarian syndrome. They took out the ovarian part because it's not accurate. Um, the the ovarian part is just, from what I understand, the ovary part is, and I am not an expert on this stuff, but my understanding is that the ovarian part, they decided to focus on that, but it's not really the main focus of the disorder. And apparently it's not just women that have it. Like, men can have this too, which, it kind of makes sense that it being called polycystic ovarian syndrome would be wildly incorrect, because these men don't have ovaries. So yeah, Sarah has it, and she probably knows the new name by now because she has it, and it's more front of mind for her. But yeah, it's hormone replacement therapy isn't good for people with that, or with certain cancers, but for people like me, It's a very, very good thing. Um, and especially with my Ehlers-Danlos, polyendocrine metabolic ovarian syndrome. Ovarian? They kept the ovarian part? Those bastards. Bastards. They absolutely should have taken out the ovarian part. Oh. But, so, yeah. Like I was getting frozen shoulder. I was having to do special exercises to keep my shoulders working. And no, Google is probably right. And it fixed that. My busted ass ankles that for the past few years have just been getting worse and worse and not ever really healing are 10 times better now. So, yeah, because pretty much everything in the body of somebody with ovaries is dependent on estrogen. Our brains, they start eating themselves without it. All our connective tissue goes from being soft and supple and mobile to, fragile little pieces of nori. You bend it and stretch and that shit breaks. So, yeah, it has been absolutely game changing for me. Yes, they did. And I really think it's not Google. Google is not wrong. Yeah, no worries. It's not your fault. Yes, crunchy connective tissue. That's why women, going into perimenopause and in menopause tend to have frozen shoulder syndrome and, just like all their connective tissue, their knees are suddenly bad, their, ankles, like the elbows even, wrists, all these things where your connective tissue is really working overtime for you. Yeah. Yes, I had to have x-rays today for arthritis in my hips and back. Yeah. And, quite honestly, the earlier you start hormone replacement therapy, the better your outcomes are. Which I wish I had known, like 10 years ago. I've had 2 frozen. Yeah, exactly. And maybe you didn't need to. All that supple connective tissue is pretty crunchy. Yeah. Maybe you should check into hormone replacement therapy if that's an option for you. My knees are shot and my shoulders aren't much better. I have mild arthritis in my right hip. Check with a menopause specialist. Most of them are covered by insurance. And, honestly, doctors are not trained in menopause health at all. They don't care. You're past your childbearing years. All they're doing is trying to keep you sort of squished together in the same general shape. Check into menopause specialists. Most of them are covered by insurance. I went to MIDI Health. I think the website is like joinmidi.com or something like that. But if you type in MIDI Health, MIDI Health, you'll be able to find it easily enough. That's who I go to. That's my menopause specialist. She's amazing. I highly recommend them. And I know 2 other people that have gone that route because of me, and they're very happy as well. So, and I was still having a regular cycle. And quite honestly, getting on HRT made my cycle stop. I am not sad about this at all. So, having a regular cycle does not mean that you are not in perimenopause. Definitely, definitely check in to a menopause specialist. I wish my doctor had, yeah. And like honestly, they're finding now that more often than not, we need to start hormone replacement therapy for the best possible outcome in our mid to late 30s. Mid to late 30s. I'm nearly fucking 50. I could have been not suffering for a long time. And, but I didn't know any better. And so that's why I talk about this. Oh, forking lot. But yeah. And it, there's no reason for us to suffer. And this, thank you, Jess, is who I went through. Um, they're amazing. If you are self-pay like I am, it was $250 for my first visit, and then it's $150 for, further visits. Um, and as I said, it has been life-changing for me. And now, thank you. Um, now that I have, waxed poetic on my soapbox, I'm going to get off of it and put us into our final sprint of the evening. All the magic, and I'll see you on the other side. How did you do? How did you do? Also, as a completely side note, did you know there was a medieval trend of depicting Aristotle being ridden and whipped by a dominatrix named Phyllis to show the power of female sexuality over male intellect? Like, y'all, there is a brass statue. Aristotle is on hands and knees. Phyllis is sitting on his back. She has one hand gripping his hair and the other hand is deep in the cheeks. Deep in the cheeks. And, you know, like, good for her. Good for her. Phyllis, yes. So, good night, Laurie. Yeah. Yeah. It is the trash here, you know. But I will say 250 is fairly cheap for here, for getting to see a doctor. Yes, Queen Phyllis, right? Right? Got about 100 words. Awesome. Good night. Let's get that off of the timer thing. We don't need no stinking timer. And I'm gonna go ahead and get on out of here. I I'm not gonna read more about Phyllis because I'll go down a whole rabbit hole there. But I'm gonna do a couple things, wrap it up, and get myself in the house. Oh, and for anybody that didn't hear, Tulsi Gabbard is out as what was it, security director, national security, something like that. She's out. I'm very pleased with that. So yeah, 750 words this time. Yes, love it. Right. All right. So thank you all for being here. You're the best. And may you all wake rested, refreshed, and ready to kick the crap out of your day. And members, I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.
In my heart is a waterfall.